Hey guys, hope you're having an amazing Saturday. I just wanted to take time to show you guys some of the back-end systems that we've been building lately, um, because I've realized that if we're going to become the number one company when it comes to scaling online service businesses, we need to base it off of data and not what Rolex I'm wearing, what car I'm driving, what home I live in, how much wine I drink, or how I talk or me. Like it's not. I'm tired of this game that marketers play, which I'm also a marketer, right? I'm not saying that I don't play the same games. I generally do play the game, but one thing I'd love for you to see is that I'm more of an operator than a marketer. Let me repeat that. My goal is to show you guys that cloudacquisition.io is more so a company that is focused. We're actually better at operating than we are at marketing. Okay, and that's and the reason why I say that is because my focus has generally never been to like, hey, what car can I go rent so I can put out an ad and look better so you guys can think that I'm wealthy or I'm rich. It has always been like, hey guys, can we build a database for all the client wins? So as an example, let me show you guys. So we have Augustine, who's pushing an appointment setter offer in the B2C space as well as B2B. He just hit last month $160,000 in a month, which is insane. Super proud of him. He's now I follow him, so he's traveling with his family in Spain. He's from Argentina. And his offer is actually he's pushing it in Argentina, which is pretty sick. And I can come here and be like, hey, I know that he's leveraging Instagram and growth specialist, and his offer is appointment setting slash coaching, right? And he's targeting the B2C, so consumer as well as coaches, companies. So he's actually placing setters in their companies. Steve, he jumped in our program. He's also doing agency and also has a consulting offer. He hit 44K cash in the first 30 days after the build, after the setup. So our program, the way it works is that we actually build the thing and then you start implementing everything after the first 4 weeks. Okay, he hit $44,000 in the first month, right? So what I like to see is okay, what is his offer? What is his niche? He's targeting construction companies, right? Like you want to have that data, you want to have the information about. With 10K invoice, you want to have the notes about the win, right? Mohiz just hit his first $10,000 month with short form content offer. I think he's gonna be top 3 when it comes to client success in our community, because he's the type of client who I've noticed that he does a bit more. He always goes further. I feel like he's my twin because I can feel the depth of understanding, because he's not just settled for becoming a content editing team. He's settled for becoming he actually asked me yesterday, like, hey Serge, how much money did you make from the webinar, right? Because he's thinking of building once they're getting audience attention, once he's building like the audience and impressions with the content and distributing the content, he's thinking about designing conversion mechanisms for his clients, right? So he's thinking about building webinars. Like, that's a great question to ask, right? Piotr is a friend of mine. We work together at my last 9 to 5. He's now doing over 6 figures a year. He started a real estate agency maybe 90 days ago, and he's been killing it. He's been killing it, right? He's now started running ads. Connor Healy, you know the drill. Quentin is also from French. He's in the French market. Second client closed, 20% of revenue. So it's like you kind of want to track these. So, but anyway, these are just the wins, right? But the most important thing that I wanted to show you guys is when it comes to how we track our other verticals, right? Like, actually, because most people don't know this, but cloudacquisition.io is a company that has multiple verticals within it. So we have the outbound and the setter placement vertical, right? So actually train setters and we put them in companies. I'm sure I've shown you guys this assessment base before. So these are like all the VAs that we've had assessment calls. These are like the applications. I don't want to go in it because I've had we had one person who watched one of the latest video that anyway, I'll just not skip that. But anyway, I don't want to go into too much details, but we have all these bases where we have a bunch of VAs that go through training, so content. So we have an actual program for them. We have 14,000 people going through information every single month and from out of them we will figure out who has finished the training. They'll book an assessment call, and from that assessment call we'll rate them, see if they're good, and then we'll place them in a company. Okay, so that's our vertical. Right now, what we've started doing is that this is something that we actively started doing. We've started tracking week by week performance. Okay, so if you look at here, week 4 of this year, so like January 1st, next second week of January, third week of January, fourth week of January, we've started asking our VAs like, hey, start filling out a daily report on how much volume you guys did for that week, right? So as an example, for that week, they did 12,000 DMs that they sent out, right? And 149 follow-ups. And from 12,000 DMs, we got 754 leads, warm leads. What I mean by that is we sent 12,000 DMs, and I mean, this is like most from the clients who have had their VAs do these updates. Not all the clients are actually on this yet. Not all the setters are already doing this, but we got 750 to come back. Then we sent 31,000 the following week. Then we got 1,200. Then we did 26,000 the following week. Then we got 1,400 leads, warm leads. And by warm leads, I mean leads that you send a message about your offer and they're like, oh wow, I'd love to learn more about your offer, right? So we're generating thousands of leads, warm leads every single week for clients in our program. That's not everyone, because we can't get we've had a lot of clients in the last 2 years, 3 years, so we can't get everybody to input the data, but this is like for the companies that are doing it, right? And yeah, so as you guys can see, so we're tracking that data, right? Now, these are some of the meetings are being booked from these warm leads. So the fourth week, booked 8 calls. Following week, 62 calls, right? 23. So as you guys see, the way that our sales process works, because, if you look at these numbers, you'll be like, oh, that's not a lot of meetings, which is right. You're right that it's not a lot of meetings. But the thing is, our sales process for when it comes to the VA outbound process is that we're sending VSLs. VSLs have to be viewed. They have to watch the whole thing, and then they will have to book a call. So all the results come from following weeks. So it takes like at least 1 or 2 weeks for the results from the previous week to start showing up as sales calls and from all the follow-ups, right? We have a sequence called quasi-periodic email sequence that goes on for 2.5 months. Actually, it's 3 months, right? Because it's 12 emails, right? It's a quasi-periodic, meaning it gets sent out not at specific periodic, not at specific like time gaps, right? It's like might sent 1 week from now, and they might be sent 3 days after, and then might get sent 2 weeks after, right? And what that will do is that all these warm leads that have received either evergreen video sales letters or personalized videos will keep getting spammed until they're like, okay, let me just check this video and let me book a call. So that means that all these warm leads, this is 7,300 warm leads, will all potentially, I would say 60% of them will all be getting a VSL. That VSL, it will be automated, so they will be converting down the line, okay? So that's like how we're tracking our VA operations, right? And then we also have the email one. So what we're doing is that the second vertical that we have when it comes to client acquisition is if the client offer is good, good for email acquisition, we will build them a cold email system that does 600. I mean, as you guys can see, we have clients doing mostly it's 650. That's like a baseline, but we have clients who are sending 1,300 emails a day, right? And the beautiful thing, though, the reason why I want you guys to see why we're tracking all this, because I could easily never have to build all these things or get my team to build this, because how many people do you know are making more millions than I am, who don't even know anything about their client results? I mean, it's everyone. It's everyone, because I don't know if you guys understand how much work it takes to get do you know how many VAs had to report this? Let me show you guys real quick, right? Because I think you guys think this is okay. I'll not show this, but like look at how many people had to fill in the report for us to have this data. It's a lot of people, right? So it takes a lot of work to do this, to gather data, right? And the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is not because It's not because I want to show you some great magical numbers. No, it's generally because I want you guys to see that we're doing the work to try to gather as much data as possible. So when you guys join any of our services, it could be, maybe you want to get it just a train setter and you want to get an offer consulting, right? We want to be able to give you the right decisions. And the right decisions is not based on how much money I make. How much money I make is nothing to do with people scaling their companies. I know how to make my money, but because you cannot just copy me and be as successful as I am, because it's like trying to buy my lottery ticket after I've already collected the money from the lottery ticket, right? What I want to achieve is I want to build a company that has so much data that anybody comes and works with us, we give them the right thing as fast as possible, and the right thing will be based on the numbers that we've been getting. If I know that email does not work too well for you, then I'll be like, hey, get a setter and then do Facebook outreach. Boom, fast. We'll train the setter, give them to you in your company in less than 7 days. We'll help you optimize the offer. We'll help you create the thing. And not only that, we know who's winning. We know the offers, right? Appointment setting, TikTok ads, UGC, social form content, recruitment agency, email marketing, appointment setting, TikTok ads, community audience optimization, TikTok ads, short form. So it's like, if anybody is away from these offers, doing something else and what's working, that what's consistently generating the results in our client, then I'll tell you to stop selling the thing that doesn't work. Let's look at what's working, because we have the data on like what are the most successful offers that are working in our community. But most people never even track that. And that's what I want you to understand. Do not buy from me because I look good and I know how to drive and I don't have a Rolex. Or maybe I'll be getting in a penthouse. Like, do not buy from me because of the penthouse. Now, will I get the penthouse just in case? Yes. Okay. Because I still want to get you on both ends. I want to get you on the both end of like the material stuff. I live the life that you want to be living. But I want you to make the sound. I want you to feel safe making the decision to work with us, because guess what? I've done the work. Not me personally. My team has done the work. Is doing the work 24/7 to make sure that, hey, yes, Serge may upgrade his lifestyle and make you attract you in a certain way, but we also have the numbers that give us the truth. Not Serge's truth, not an employee's truth, not Sam Oven's truth, not Hormoz's truth, the market's truth. Let me repeat that. We're not consulting and scaling your company based on how I feel or what I read. We're technically scaling companies because we have a lot of companies' data within our company. So it's like you're coming in, you're like, hey Serge, can you tell me like the TikTok ads offer at UGC, how it's working? Who is he targeting? Oh, he's targeting software as a service. Okay, let's look at the other one. Oh, TikTok ads in UGC is working also well in ecom, right? It's his first deal. I'm like, oh, amazing. How much was it? 20% return on ad spend. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Where did he get it? Outreach on Instagram. Oh, please, outreach on Instagram. We got the VAs ready for you. We got 2 VAs for you if you join the main program. If you just come in for the offer of the VA alone and the consulting, cool. You get that. You can get 1 or 2 if you want, right? But this is what I want you guys to see. And this is, I keep saying this, the client acquisition that I use, the thing that makes it unreasonable for you not to succeed. But people, because I don't drive a Porsche yet or a McLaren, are not buying the thing, right? I'm not saying that they're not buying. We have a lot of people who are believing in us and who do business with us. But I want you to 100% feel comfortable doing business with us, because we're doing the work to try to find out the truth and the whole truth, like you would say in court. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're running a coaching consulting business, I highly recommend you start building this thing, because there is no way that people are going to start buying from you instead of us if they know that we have the data and you don't, right? Because that's the issue with YouTubers, right? Most YouTubers are out there just spending their days talking, creating amazing, beautiful scenery, right? But when it comes to the back end, they have nothing. Front end, they look good. They look amazing. They have all the flashy bullshit stuff. But as soon as you as soon as you pay to get behind the image, you're like, what the hell did I just buy? You have all the how do you say it when someone has regrets after buying something? I forgot what it called, but you have that hit you so hard that you're like, oh my god, I should have bought from Serge. Anyway, so hopefully you guys are having a beautiful Saturday. Tonight I have something called the Wine Night. I'm going to be doing an event in Montreal, probably once a month, where I invite entrepreneurs to come over and to just share wine, eat a little bit of food, and just network. If you ever want to participate to the next one, maybe join a podcast with me, please let me know. And we're doing a half a meal thesis webinar 2.0. March 26th. I want to share what has worked after we've helped people launch the half a meal thesis, followed the half a meal thesis to build their operations and their services. We've had more wins in the last 90 days than we've had in the whole year of 2021. I mean, customer success. We've had more customer wins in the last 90 days than we did in the year of 2021, only because of that half a meal thesis. So I want to share everything that worked out in that webinar on the 26th. In the next week, I'm going to be announcing something special. We're going to stop onboarding anyone who's doing less than 10K, 8 to 10K a month in the main program. Listen to me. I mean, I'll probably make another video, but the reason to that is because I want you to be making money, because I promise you that building a successful business, a sustainable business, you can't do it out of scarcity, right? So when you join the half a mil and then we build all these things, but you're coming out of a scarcity and you're not ready the entrepreneur that you need to be, you actually end up being more stressed than anything, right? So we're going to be giving you guys the ability to buy consulting and one acquisition system, okay? So it's more affordable to sustain the thing. So you're going to come in, we're going to consult you on your offer, maybe give you a new offer, maybe improve your current offer. And then we're going to be giving you a setter that can do outreach on your behalf. So it's less pressure on you. Okay. This is what I want to start doing. I want to give, if you're doing less than 6 figures a year, hey, please, you're not ready for the half a mil infrastructure. Just get the thing that will get you over 6 figures. Once you have that, then come play the big game. Come to the client retreat every year. Come spend money, because it costs to live. Let's be successful this year, guys. 2023 is the year we make it unreasonable for everyone not to be, driving $250,000 cars. Like, it's easy, it's achievable, but you have to be around the right people who can tell you that it's achievable. So, anyway, I'll be making an announcement later, but I just wanted to throw that in. So maybe you guys are excited to be able to work with us without necessarily having to spend 15 grand. To join the half a mil program. Okay. But thank you guys. I love y'all. Let me know what you guys think of this. Do you guys think it's good? Does it help you guys trust us more? Let me know. Love y'all. Bye-bye.